Hi everyone, welcome to another video at easywordpress.info. This is probably the most important video of the whole course. Now why is that? In this video we're going to learn how to use an autoresponder. An autoresponder means that on your site you're going to have an opt-in form. We're going to put it right here under this. An opt-in form is where users can put in their name and email, and then they get into your mailing list, and then you can send them emails. Now, why would they put in their name and emails? You have to give them a good reason. In this case, it's to get my WordPress course. In your case, it could be anything else. It could be to get some kind of bonus. It could be to get some kind of tutorial. It could be to get a better price. Whatever it is, you want their email, because only if you have their email, you can afterwards engage with them. If you don't have their email, they see your site, they're there for 5 seconds, and they're gone forever. So an opt-in form is the only way to engage with users that happen to come to your sites, also in the future, and not only in those 5 seconds that they saw your stuff. So how do we do that? So the first thing is we're going to have to sign up to an autoresponder service. From that service, we're going to get a code for the form. We're going to put the form here. Users are going to put their email in that form. And then in the autoresponder service, we're going to have to set up automatic emails that these users are going to get once they sign up. They're going to get one email the first day, another email the second day, and so on until they finish the course. So let's start by signing up to an autoresponder service. Now under this video, there's a link to our site where we compare different autoresponder services. Same idea like we did with the hosting companies. I'd really appreciate if you go in through that link. It's an affiliate link, meaning you're helping us out if you do that. It doesn't cost you any extra, obviously, it just helps us out. One of the companies you'll see there is Getresponse, and that's the company we're going to use now. So please don't go in through Google, go in through the links under our video. Anyway, this is Getresponse, and we're going to now sign up. This is the front page. I'm going to put in my email and make up some kind of password and sign up. We have to activate the account. Let's see if we got an email from them. Here it is. Activate your account. Just click on the big blue thing. We're going to have to put in our name, phone, street address, my website, and then activate. Okay, the account is active. Notice we don't have to pay because we have a 30-day trial, no credit card. Just start using it. Okay, get started in 3 easy steps. The first step is to add contacts, but we're not going to do that because we don't have a list yet. We're going to create a form. This form we're going to put in our website, and that's how we're going to build our list. Users are going to come to the site, put in their email so they could get the course, which is, I think, a great course. And then we could send them the course by email, and we could send them other stuff too if we think we should. You could send them different tips or notifications about your products, sales, anything you think that's going to help your business and your customers. That's what autoresponders are for. So let's start. Now, the regular way to make a form at Getresponse is to use their form creator. It's very nice. If you click here, you'll see it. The problem is that the forms aren't responsive, meaning they're very nice, but if someone looks at your site through his phone, the form will be sticking out on the side a little. That's not so good. So that's why instead of using their form, I'm going to show you how to create a form using a WordPress plugin. Now, we didn't explain yet what the plugins are. We'll talk about that in one of the next videos. Right now, I'll just say the plugins are things you can add to your site. It could be a store, like we mentioned in one of the other videos. It could be a forum, it could be a portfolio, it could be some kind of SEO plugin, it could be a forum plugin, it could be anything you can think of. Right now, we're going to use this plugin. So I'm just going to copy the name. You don't have to do that. I'll put it under the video. This is the name of the plugin. And now here at the back end of my site, I'm going to go into the plugins area right here and click on Add New. We want to add a new plugin. There's lots of messages here. Just skip them all. And go here to the search area, and here I'm going to paste what I just copied, the name of the plugin I want. Getresponse Forms by Optin Cat, install, and activate. Okay, the plugin is installed. And now whenever you install a plugin, you usually have to go to the settings of the plugin. The settings are usually or here under settings, or somewhere here in this list. Okay, in this case, here it is, Optin Forms. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to click on Add New. I want to add a new form. Okay, well, first we're going to choose what kind of form it's going to be. Is it going to be a pop-up? Is it going to be on a post or on a page? Or is it going to be on a sidebar on the side of the site? So in this case, I want it on a post or on a page. So I'm clicking this. It's going to look like this. Under the text, there's going to be a form or like this. Let's choose this one. Select Layout. And now the most important part, we have to give him the API key. What's the API key? That's what connects between this plugin and our Getresponse account. Okay, we don't want someone else using our Getresponse account. We have to give him a secret key that he'll know this is our account. So how do we get the API key? Just click on this link. It's going to go to our Getresponse account. And here we have the secret key, and I am copying it. And I'm going to paste it right here in the API key field. Okay, now he's connected to our Getresponse and he sees all our lists. We only have one right now, Easy WordPress course. So that's the list we want people to sign up to. The next step, I'm going to click here on messages, is to customize the actual form. This is the message they're going to get once they opt in. So I'm going to change it to your WordPress course is on the way. Now, once they sign in, are they just going to see a thank you message, or will they be redirected to a different page? So I want to redirect them to the first video. So I'm going to click on redirect. I'm going to choose the page of the first video, which is, where is it? Video 1. Okay, that's where people will be redirected to. This I'm just going to leave like it is. Okay, so we set up the form. Now we need the form to actually show in our site. So how do we do that? So WordPress has a thing that's called shortcodes. A shortcode is something like this. It's just a few words and some numbers. We're going to copy this, and now wherever we put this on our site, instead of seeing this text, we're going to see the actual form. So let's try it. We're going to put it on the front page of our site. This is the back end of the home page of my site. I added here some text. You could see it here. Okay, this is the slider, and here we have the text. I want the form to show up right here underneath the text. So right here underneath the text, I'm just going to paste the shortcode I copied from the cat thing. Okay, here it is, opt-in cat. I'm going to put it in the center and update. And now let's see what happens. Going back to the front page, refreshing, and we should see a form right here. Okay, that didn't work. What happened? I forgot to save. Never forget to save. Now let's try it again. Refreshing. And here we are. Okay, so the form is showing. Now let's just change the text and set up the form so it looks like we want it to look. Go back to the page where we edited the form, right here. Okay, opt-in forms, we open the form. And here, what we didn't do before is the form builder. And we could set up how it's going to look. So here we could write, I clicked on this and then I could change it here. Build your new website in 20 minutes. Okay, build your new website. Description field, I'm just going to delete that. Okay, we don't need that. Subscribe now. I'm going to write, please send me the course. And the colors, I'm just going to leave it like it is. And we're going to save. Let's see it now. Going to refresh. Okay, build your new website in 20 minutes. Please send me the course. Very good. Okay, we have our form. One more thing before we go on. I know it doesn't have to do with the form, but I want to add here a video too, so people see who I am. They could hear my voice a little. So I'm going to put here a video I made for the front page. This is it. Just click on the header like we saw in one of the other videos. Here's the video. Copy the URL. Go over here and just paste it in. I'm not sure if to put it over the form or under the form. I'll put it under the form, and then I'll put another form underneath the video. Just copying the form code, going under the video, and pasting the form code here again, and updating. Let's see how it looks. The video might look too big. I'll change that later. Okay, here's the form, here's the video, and here's another form. I don't know, what do you think? I don't like how that looks. Let's skip the first form. Okay, back to here. Just delete the first form and update. Let's see it now. Okay, that's better. We have text, video, and then the form. Okay, great. So now we have a form. Users can sign in. Now, once the users sign in, they have to get the emails with the course. So for that, let's get back to our Getresponse account. And now we have to add our messages. So messages, create autoresponder. Okay, on day 1, meaning right after people sign up to our course, I want them to get the first video. So, okay, on day 0, meaning right after they sign up to my course, I want them to get the first email. So this I'm going to leave on 0 and create new email. Message name, WordPress 1, doesn't really matter, it's just for us. Subject, thanks for signing up. Here's your first WordPress video. Okay, that's our subject. Now we have to put in the content. Now they have all these nice templates, but that's more if you're sending advertisements. In my case, I'm giving information, I'm teaching, so I don't want it to look like an advertisement. So I'm just going to click here and start from scratch. And I'm going to use a simple blank template. And that's it. I'm just going to drag over a text block, and I'm going to start to type. Thanks. Okay, I put in some text. You can play around with the design here. You can make the lines further apart. You can change the size of the font. You can change the font itself. You can give it a background, but we don't need all that. We're just going to leave it nice and simple. All we need now is the link. So I'm going to mark this and add a link to the first video of the course. Where's the first video? So let's open my site. Here we are. The course, this is the first video, right? So right click it and copy the link location. That's the URL of the first video, and just paste it in here. That's it. Okay, we have our first email. This is what users are going to get when they sign up right here. That's the first thing they're going to get. Let's save it. Here on the bottom, next step. Okay, that's what they get on day 0, the first email. Now before we move on, we have to save this autoresponder. We're going to give it a name. Let's call it WordPress course. Nobody sees that, just us. And save and publish. And now we can see it here in a calendar. This is what's going to happen on day 0. They're going to get this email. Okay, now let's move on to the second day. We go to here. It's called day 1, which is actually the second day. Click on the plus, and we're going to add another message. Okay, now the second message, when do you want them to get it? They could get it at the same time they signed up, meaning if yesterday they signed up to my course at 2 in the afternoon, so they'll get us so this at 2 in the afternoon, or we can set it so that they get it in the morning. Exactly at, let's say, 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and we'll say we don't want them to get it on Saturday and Sunday, and let's add the email. Click on this. The message name, we're going to call it WordPress 2 hosting. Subject, WordPress day 2. Today we're going to sign up to a hosting account. Next step. And again, start from scratch. We're just going to go for the blank template. You don't have to be like me. You can do nice templates if you want. I just like the blank ones. And I'm just going to drag this over to here. And we're going to start typing. Okay, I put in some text. Enjoy the video, and I'm going to mark these words, enjoy the video, and put in the URL of the second video. Here we are, the course. This is the second video. Right click it and copy link location. Get back to here, and now we're going to turn these words into a link. Just click on the link symbol and paste in, Control V, the URL of the second page. Okay, and again, next step, and again, don't forget to save. And now we're going to see in the calendar that the first 2 days have an email. Now what's cool about this is that you can drag them around, meaning if I decide I don't want the second email to come right away, I want it to come the day later, so I just drag it over to here. So in the second day, they're not going to get anything, and they'll get it on the third day. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to add more and more emails. Every day they're going to get another video. By the way, in the emails, you can set up social sharing. I'll show you how to do that. Edit message. Next step. Before we just added the text, you can also add images, and you can add social sharing. So I can add a like button, and I could add all of these if I want. Okay, I'll get rid of that. That way your users can also share the things you send them. You can add a PayPal button if you want. Lots of stuff. It's a very, very good system. Next step, and we're going to save and publish again. Save and publish. Okay, so we have 2 emails. I'm going to continue and do some more. Now, Getresponse has a lot of other cool stuff. You can do webinars, and you can make landing pages very, very easily. And there's automation, meaning, for instance, that I could do that only users that open the first email will get the second email. If they didn't, then they'll get some other email that will say, why didn't you open the email? There's lots of different automation options you can do, but you could play around with that alone. It's very easy. That's it for this video. In this video, we learned how to add a Getresponse form. Well, actually, we first signed up for a Getresponse account. Then we added the form. Then we went over to Getresponse and we went into messages and we started creating the autoresponder. Every day they're going to get another email. This is right away when they sign up. This is the next day. I'm going to add some more. In my case, it's for a WordPress course. In your case, it could be anything else. You can send them discount coupons. You can send them tutorials or different tips about your business. There's no business that cannot benefit from an autoresponder. It's an amazing thing. That's what makes users know you. They get to like you and trust you and then buy from you. That's the reason you're here, because you signed up into my Getresponse form. So if I can suggest one thing that can really boost your business, it's an autoresponder service. Now, as I said, please, if you do sign up to an autoresponder service, please do it through our links. The link is right here under this video. We compare different services. You can choose any one of those. They're the main ones in the world. In the next video, we're going to see how to start bringing traffic to our site, because the site is ready, but now we need people to actually know about it. If you have friends that need a website, please send them over to our link, easywordpress.info. Please press the like button if you're on YouTube or on our site. If you have comments, just leave them below. We love comments. Do good stuff online, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.